Hey, this is Aaron with Bushcraft Devotions. Yes, it's been a while since I've had a new video. Unfortunately, back in June 2021, my precious lady passed away unexpectedly. And I have been grieving for a very long time. And I will still grieve. She is my dream girl, my ever after, my love of a lifetime. And she is with Christ in heaven in one day, and I can't wait to be with Christ home in heaven and to see her and hold her again. And so that's why I haven't done videos in a while. But what I'm going to talk about today is actually knife philosophy. We all know we live in a world that is crazy. And I always encourage you to have a genuine saving faith in Jesus Christ and read and study, believe, and live the Word of God. But we're always supposed to be wise as well. And so I'm just going to do a little knife philosophy. So we know in this world, things can change on a dime. And it's always good to be prepared. Now, am I into guns? Yes. I do carry daily and like the gun, but there might be a time where if things get really bad and you no longer have bullets, you have to rely on something else, or you're going to conserve your bullets and rely on something else. It's always good to get into crossbows, longbows, compound bows. Also good to figure out how to make your own arrows. That's always a good thing. But nothing replaces a good knife. Now, a lot of people have a pocket knife and they think that's all they need. And there are some great knives out there. I am a buck fan, as you know. This is the Buck 110 folding hunter. I need to polish up the brass a little bit. Nice knife. But when you are having to rely solely on a knife, now these things are classic, they're durable, but if you really need to use it for some heavy duty things, I'm not going to trust for my life. Now, if I don't have to trust it for my life, this is perfectly fine. But I'm not going to trust a two-piece knife for my life. It's just not going to happen. And that's why I love what Buck does. So there are a lot of Buck knives out there. Now this, you see, it's the 124 Frontiersman. This one is the Buck 119 Special. Now, I do love the Buck 120 General. I just don't have it with me right now. And if I needed a knife, if I was stuck out in the woods, maybe even an urban area where things are really going south fast, I would suggest these two knives, or this one and the 120 General. And here's why. If things are really bad, you desperately need a fixed blade knife. Now, this the one, if you could only get one, this is it. If you only can have one, the Buck 124 Frontiersman would be it. Big chunk of leather sheath there, durable leather sheath. But here is why. Oh, what a knife. What a knife. But this is why, is this knife can be used for anything, from hunting, skinning, bushcrafting, building shelter. You can baton with this. You can chop with this. This is the 420 HC still with the Paul Boss heat treatment. But it has micarta handle. It's full tang. Now, it's not a skeletal tang where it has big gaps in here. The only hose and that whole piece of metal from the blade is those two right here for the pins. That is it. Very nice knife. If I had to trust one knife with my life, it'd be this one. It would definitely be the Buck 124 Frontiersman. So if you could only get one knife, save up, order this one. Just do it. It has a good handle, good chunk of blade there, and it is thick. Once again, this blade does not go into any kind of rat tail or anything. It doesn't get thinner all the way through. That is the blade right there. Metal. That's the blade. That is going to be sturdy, last you for years. And so I would always suggest getting this one. But maybe you don't need all that. Maybe you want to save that one back for things that you really need it for. And so, and there is the Buck 119 special. And a lot of people, this is all they've had for hunting, camping, same metal. And you can get these in other type steels as well. Now this has the black phenolic handle. The blade does go a little bit narrower, but it does go all the way back into here. And there's a little pin there, and that pins the back end in. You can just a little bit of ring of that pin. Very classic knife. Some people will only have this. And what I meant about, and maybe you don't want to use that one all the time, you just need something thinner. You have a axe, you have saws for wood, so you're not going to need that for shelter, cut wood, firewood, and things like that. Remember, the 124 Frontiersman has a flat back all the way, so it's really good when you're needing it for more heavy-duty work. This one has a finer point. So what's this good for? More of? Now you could baton with this. I've seen people do it, but the weight is a lot less for like chopping or anything like that. But once again, maybe you have a saw, maybe you have an axe, things like that. So you don't need it for those things. But this is really good, especially with that fine edge for, once again, for skinning, cleaning game, fine work. So if you need to make some notches, I mean, you can do it with that one. Once again, if you can only buy one knife, get that one. But this one does really good at notching and things like this. Both of these knives are very sharp. Now, they come with a lifetime guarantee from Buck, but if things are really bad out there, you might not be able to go to a post office, send in your knife to get it fixed or repaired or replaced. You might not be able to do that. So you're going to want a knife that's going to be durable. So if you can, hey, pick up both of these. One for heavy duty if you need to do it. One for lighter tasks. Both of these knives are classic knives from Buck. And so a little bit of knife philosophy. The biggest thing is, if things really get bad, you know, you watch Star Wars and it says to Anakin Skywalker when he loses his lightsaber, he says, "This is your life." You know, and when things are really bad, yeah, you might have guns, you might have bows, you might have crossbows, whatever. You might have spears. But the one thing you're not going to want to do without, the one thing you're never going to want to be without, is a good, solid, quality knife. So get both if you can. If you can only get one, I would always suggest the Buck 124 Frontiersman. Hey, I'll leave the Buck link in the video description. But hey, I just thank you for watching, and I would definitely appreciate your prayers. Hey, thank you for watching. God bless.